Welcome. I'm going to explain how I make flowers like these using Adobe Illustrator. We have more complex and we have less complex shapes that we can make. We can make one like this, or we can make one like this. I really like this one myself. It's one of my favorites. So we'll try to make one like that again. The way we can start is just by getting out an ellipse tool, and I think I will just use a shape like that. And what we want to do with our shape is we want to make it, in the transparency, we want to make it, instead of normal, we want to make it overlay. What overlay does is allows the colors to be manipulated depending on what is on top or underneath of them with the other transparent colors. So right now it's a gray, but we don't want gray, we want a pretty color. We're going to pick green. Green's my favorite, but we're going to use many different colors. So once we have our shape, what we're going to do with our shape is I'm going to hold down Alt, and then I'm just going to drag this. Alt and Shift will make it so it drags exactly exactly parallel, and I'm just going to set it right there. Okay, so now I have two, and I'm going to copy both of these, and I'm going to use the rotate tool, and it's already in the exact center. You can barely see the crosshair. There's a little crosshair here. Can you see the crosshair? It's a blue crosshair. It's already where I want it, but I want to hold down Alt so I get the ellipses on my cursor, and then I'm going to hit it right in the exact same spot because I want it to be in the center of the two, and it'll give me more options. I want a 90-degree turn from that spot, and I want to copy it so that I'll now have 4. Boom, there we go. So now I have 4. Okay, and you can see that the overlay is a different color than the primary color. Once this is done, I'm going to select all of these. I'm going to group them together. It makes it easier on me. And then I'm going to come back down here again. I'm going to select my rotate tool. I'm going to control. I'm going to click in the middle. I'm going to tell that I want to do half of 90 for 45, and I'm going to copy again. And then I have this shape. I just want one of these, and I'm going to turn it a different color. How about a reddish pink color? Maybe a blue. Any color you really want. Maybe a yellowish orangey. Okay, whatever. Okay, so there's our design, and then I can take this whole thing, and I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to go down to the very center. I'm going to hold down, and I'm going to select my rotate tool. I'm going to put it right in the middle, Alt, click, and I'm going to go with half of that, 22.5. I'm going to copy, boop. Okay, so now I have a very intricate design, but I have duplicates of colors. So I'm going to, since I grouped them, I'm going to take this set, I'm going to make it a pinkish red. I'm going to take this set, I'm going to make it a very light blue, and there we go. You know, I think this one would look a little bit better if it did not have lines on it. So I'm just going to take the lines off. 0. There we go. Okay. Ah, look at that. Oh man, doesn't that look like something? Now we're not done yet because it depends, now that it's an overlay, where we put it, it depends on what it's going to look like. So if I put this on a black surface versus a white surface, it's going to look very different. Oh man, what are we going to do about that? Well, we're going to take all, oh boy. Okay, now that we have, what am I doing here? Okay, there we go. Careful. I'm going to group this so I don't get confused again. Now I can just click on it. Okay, so one more trick that I like to use is I like to copy this, so I can just hold down Alt and drag one over, and then I'm going to use my line tool to unite this into one object. And basically what I'm going to do with this object, I'm going to put it behind everything else, Control, Shift, and then your bracket keys will bring it behind or in front. So I'm going to bring it, I'm not sure which one that is right now. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to make a backdrop. So I'm going to take the transparency of this one and bring it back to normal. Oh boy. There we go. And then I'm going to turn it into a gray color. You can really turn it into any color you want. Gray is just very neutral. It'll bring out all the colors. You can't actually tell it right now, but if I take my design and I put it onto a black surface, you can see that where the backdrop is not, the color shifts, but where the backdrop is, the color remains the same. So we're just going to take our shapes, and I'm going to put my backdrop right behind my shape, and then my shape, I'll group that together, and then this is going to be the same no matter if it's on a dark or a light. If you don't like the colors, use different colors. If you don't like the backdrop idea, you want to have something that's not backdropped, then just take out the backdrop. You can imagine and innovate any way that you want. I hope that gets you started.